So I'm Nick Ford, and I grew up here in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I graduated Washington High School back in 1986, a long time ago. Joined the military right away, did not feel like I was ready for college at the time. So I joined the Naval Nuclear Power Program, where I then felt like I was in college for about the next 21 years. A lot of training, a lot of instruction, a lot of drills, etc. Retired after 21 years as a lieutenant. Wasn't sure what we were going to do at the time. I retired due to some medical issues. I had some migraines, which we later found out was due to some PTSD and anxiety issues, as well as quite a few other medical issues as a result of 21 years of service. So on a whim, I put an application out here back home at Duane Arnold Nuclear Power Plant. Told my wife, said, hey, I don't think they're going to call, but I put an application in. I got a call the next day, flown out later that week, and then left with 2 job offers. So we decided to move back home. My wife has a pretty interesting background as well. Growing up in New York City area, Long Island. She's actually second generation of the prior, her grandparents were immigrants as orphans. She decided to become a school teacher, and not just any school teacher, but a special education teacher. She has been a teacher in some very unique areas with a lot of gang issues and violent issues, etc. But seeing some of the conditions that these children lived in, and their parents as well, and just generations, is really what drove me really to help those underserved communities. Seeing just the systemic racism issues and the systemic just keep down issues generationally, where these young kids now had like no hope. And it sickened me that we couldn't change that around, and that in our country, supposedly the greatest, most free country in the world, that this existed. At that point, I kind of really took it on even more. I'm going to do everything I can to help these kids. I knew Anthony, my partner from way back. We kind of lost touch throughout the years, and I connected when I got back while I was helping out doing some of the youth programs around here. Always wanted to do something with him since then, kind of saw what he was doing. I thought it was a perfect fit for what we were doing, and it's kind of near and dear to my heart. You see a lot of, you're kind of forced on embracing diversity a little bit in the military. Not completely, there's still some issues there as well, but you recognize different cultures. No matter where you're at in the order, admiral, general, all the way down to your lowest level, there's missions and goals, and there's teamwork. There is almost nothing in the military you can do solo that you don't need to depend on a team for. As far as whether they're female, male, what their orientation is, whether they're veteran, whether they have disabilities, whether they're black, white, purple, or pink. In the end, all that really should matter is, do they do their job, and do they do it well? If they don't do it well, how can you help them do it better? To me, that's what it comes down to, is that we truly care. And I know that Anthony feels the same way, and I think that's why we are really enjoying this journey we're on together. Have you made one person's life different? And if you can say yes, you won.